Hello everybody and welcome to our weekly tournament here in Oslo. Today the first match is Anders against Falk. Falk is playing Burn. It's his own brew. He changed some cards. While Anders is playing Boros Energy. Nothing special about this list. It's Boros Energy. The game is about to start. The two players are keeping their hand. We can see Falk starting playing Mountain. Very easy. Anish is an experienced player in Magic the Gathering. He usually plays Legacy, but he has very good rating in Modern also. Falk just played Suspended Riftbolt. Marsh Flats pass. Very easy start for Boros Energy. Not so explosive. Falk plays Barbarian Ring. And he puts down a Slickshot Show Off. Not plotted. He attacks directly. That's where Anish fetches. Secret Foundry, taking 3 damages. Galvanic Discharge. Well, let's say that Slick Shot didn't go so far. Anish stores 2 energy on his side. 1 energy. He uses 2 energy and stores 1. Guide of Souls for Anders. Guide of Souls is a creature that whenever a creature enters the battlefield, the player playing Guide of Souls gain 1, and during the attack phase you can use 2 or 3 energies to give another creature 3 energies to give a creature +2/+2 and flying. It's very good as a power creep for this card. Barn passes without any special play in its turn. Surveilling for Anish. Surveil on top. Falk is probably waiting for the end of the turn for his play. Arena of Glory. Exerted. So 2 red floating for Anish. Goblin Bombardment with 1 of the red mana. And Ragavan. Two triggers. Just one trigger. Ragavan swings. And yes. That's a light up the stage Final Fantasy version. I'm not a super fan of this Universe Beyond, especially with these arts that are basically taken from the video game, not even the effort of redraw something. Not very big fan of this, but... And as I said, this is a Falk brew, so he decided to still play Light Up the Stage and some other cool cards. Cool. We can argue about that, but very nice ideas on that side of the table. Electro. This is one of the nice ideas he had. I'm gonna show the card below. For every instant you play, you have 1 red mana, so it's basically a good way to empty your hand in a burn deck. Does it work? Maybe with 1 mana more, at least if you have the mana to start emptying your hand is a little bit better, but in this game maybe he felt the pressure. And yeah, it's a big pressure considering that Ajani is entering the battlefield creating cat, and life gaining against a burn deck is never a good thing. Another galvanic discharge. Three energy used to kill Electro. And Goblin Bombardment just to flip Ajani. Ajani flips. I want to remind everybody that this is a proxy-friendly tournament that we hold in Oslo. It's not official, but we like to play. Combat, triggering Guide of Souls. 3 energies to give flying to Guide of Soul itself. So swinging for 5. Trigger from Ragavan, it's a land, nothing happens. Bolt Wave. 3 damages. And light up the stage. Let's see what's on top of the deck. Mountain and Mutagenic Growth. 13 damages seems a little bit too many to get there in 1 turn, and Falk is at 4 life points. Light up the stage again, and yeah, let's say there's not much he can do. Next game, first one is for Boros Energy. Falk is showing his hand. Same for Annesh. Arid Mesa to start. Mountain. Anish asked if he should be scared of Blood Moon in this second game. Falk just answered that he would like to play Blood Moon in his deck, so giving some information to Anish. Ragavan. Bolt on Ragavan. Apparently it's a difficult card to deal with for Falk. Barbarian Ring. Slick Shot, still unplotted, directly on the battlefield. Swinging for 1. There you go, Arena of Glory. For 2 mana, Voice of Victory. No spells on Anish's turn. Now it's time for this Slick Shot to shine. Bolt Wave on Anish's face. 1 spell cast for Falk. 1 damage for Falk and light up the stage. Land and a Rift Bolt still exiled by light up the stage. Lava Spike. So 3 spells. Slick Shot has +6 attack. So swinging for 7, it's a lot. And 3 damages, as we all know, is basically 1 burn spell. So it doesn't look that good for Anish on this second game. Going to 2. The difference between 2 and 3 in this game at this point is basically none. Non-existent. Ooh, Flage. Flage can change the difference. Flage kills Slick Shot, getting back Anish to 5. And 3 damages for Falk with Voice of Victory plus the 2 tokens that comes out of Voice of Victory. Nice of him to show all the triggers and interactions. For lands on Falk's side, he needs 2 damages spell. Rift Bolt, hard casted. And now Rift Bolt suspended. It could be the case for another Flage. Could there be a way for Anish to come back from this like sword on his head? This is not a matter of winning the game for Anish, it's a matter to survive at this point. Dashing Ragavan. 5 damages. And nothing happened. Third game. Definitely that burst output was way too much to handle. Barn is one of those decks that when everything fall into place, there's nothing much you can do. And maybe Boros Energy didn't have a very competitive start. Let's say competitive. Turn 1 Ragavan. This happened every time. Fetching for 1. Mountain. Swift Spear. No blocks. Ragavan does its thing, and Bolt was on top. Too juicy not to play it. Ajani plus the cat. This game is so far started totally on Boros Energy side. Barn is lagging behind. Crack for 1 again. Too many decisions maybe on the barn side. Slick shot, plotted. It could be explosive on the next turn, but Anesh just drew or enchant. Five damages, and Mutagenic Growth exiled through Ragavan. Second main, Voice of Victory. The next turn is going to be devastating for Barn unless this Slick Shot can do the trick. But no, Orim's Chant. So no spells can be played, so the plotted Slick Shot cannot be played this turn. Land for Barn. Rift Bolt cannot be suspended. That's what Falk asked to Anesh. So he passed, and of course, since Voice of Victory is on the battlefield, there are no possible interaction for Falk, for Barn in this situation. And being at 11 is probably what's gonna make the game at this point. And there we go with the Surveil on the stack. Decided to keep the card on top. Guide of Souls. Pyromancer for Anesh. And since he has no cards in hand, he doesn't have to discard anything, but he can draw 2 cards. He gains 1 life through Guide of Souls, gains also 1 energy. Devastating swing, because at this point Guide of Soul is gonna give Anesh 2 life points through the 2 tokens that come out from Voice of Victory, which also means 2 energies, and that's how he uses 3 energies to give +2/+2 and flying to Ragavan, because why not? Ragavan trigger, and we also have a Sweet Spear on Anesh's side of the table. As someone says, 1 is not 0. Maybe we can see something on this side of the board. Maybe Barn can play it all and win this matchup. I don't think so. Concede was too much for Barn at this point. Too many life points gained on the Boros Energy side. They were considering how many damages could have been output if there was not that orange chant. No sideboard on Barn side. Absolutely no sideboard for Barn. On the Boros Energy side, we can see 2 Celestial Purge, Orim's Chant, and Wrath of the Skies. He took out 2 Blood Moon, it means sounds good, and 2